Mel Cannon kind of asked, was there any specific difference? Training, like, well, I guess you just touched on it. Yeah, the intensity of the training. But any other specific differences in training that you can think of?
Training. I mean, for Mel Cannon, that Mel's horse is, as good as any horse over there. So, they're not, okay, actually, no, I've got a good answer for this. They are focusing a lot more on getting the basic things really good. Okay. They are really focused on making basic transitions, like trot canter, canter trot, or trot halt, or canter halt, or, really basic things. They actually put a lot more emphasis on than we do here. I think one thing I noticed, I'm riding a horse at the moment that I went to go and do a line of flying changes across the diagonal, and it became a bit, it became hollow and was strong in one rein and did this and did that. And I thought, well, what would they do? And they would go and work on that, and they would not go and do flying changes until they could canter across the diagonal and do a single flying change and not get that reaction. The other interesting thing is I went and watched Patrick train with Isabel, because he has lessons with her, Isabel Worth, which is one of the best riders. She is the best rider in the world. And he took 2 Grand Prix for lessons, and they spent 45 minutes doing, shoulder in, long and low on a circle, and transitions, trot, canter, canter, trot, forward and back. And, it's really not what we see on YouTube and on videos of tests. That's really not how they're riding these horses every day. They're really focusing on basic stuff. So yeah, an emphasis on the basics, I would say, is an overall thing that they do different.
Yeah.
And have you adopted a lot of that training aspect with your training approach now?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've come back with a very different idea of how we should train our horses, and we already have found a huge difference in our horses here at home by just focusing on, making a canter trot transition. And, if the horse is hollow, then you go and put it in shoulder 4 and, make the transition again. And if that doesn't work, drop its neck down a little bit, stretch, pick it back up. The other thing that I should mention is that they actually stretch the horses a lot when they warm them up. Like, they're in a really little nothing sort of trot and canter, and they're really long and stretching with their nose forward. And they're, when I got there, I started riding around, and they were like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you going so fast?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, I think this is what we're supposed to do, and they, it was quite a shock. And I've actually given lessons since I came back, and said to them, actually just take it easy. We've got to let these horses warm up, like let them, get their bodies warm like any athlete. And it's a lot different because we're not quite used to doing that back here, I don't think.
I think the thing I've noticed with Dave coming back is he's obviously helped me. He had 2 weeks in quarantine.
What a nightmare that was.
Where we've got an apartment that looks over our arena, and he yelled at me a lot through the window. And and basically it was like attention to detail. So you do a bad trot canter transition, you don't just go, "Oh, well, that was a bad one, never mind." Yeah. Like, that doesn't matter. You then go and do it 5 times more until it's absolutely perfect. And probably 100 times more, like if you have to, like it doesn't matter. It's just getting everything very OCD. You become really, really OCD about everything. And I guess we just tend to go, oh yeah, it's fine, it's no problem. And he's been very much on my case about every single thing.
I think the biggest thing is I know I'm going to sound like a record player, but stretching the horse is so important. And you know, I rode one horse there which had just turned up, and I stretched it for 40 minutes. I didn't go and do anything else because, you know, until it was stretching properly, you couldn't do anything else. So literally I spent 40 minutes just stretching it and then got off. And I was like, oh, is this normal? Like, what is that? You know, but it's, yeah, that's the difference, I think.
That's really good. There's Alison, she was just saying music to me, so thank you very much for that answer.